All right, so welcome everyone. We're all ready to get started. We've got quite a few different businesses on the call today, all sorts of different backgrounds from recent startups through to established businesses. So it's good to have that diversity on the call. So first up, just like to welcome everyone. I know everyone's quite busy, so really appreciate everyone taking some time out to attend this. We're really excited about launching this, about the program, about developing it, and really keen to share with you something which I think will fit with a lot of people, and that can help a lot broader section of businesses. So just a quick outline. What we'll do is everyone's on mute at the moment, so we'll keep everyone muted, and we'll just go through a quick presentation to cover off some of the issues that we see business owners face. But then, more importantly, why we've developed this program and what we're looking to, how we feel it's going to help people, and take you through obviously the structure of the program and how it differs to maybe other things that you've experienced out there. Okay. Once we've done that, once we've gone through that quick presentation, we'll open it up to Q&A. Because I know there's quite a few people on the call or that we've spoken to in the past that are very interested in the program, but they've got questions, and this is really a forum to have those questions answered and discussed, and everyone totally understand what this is about and how it can help them. All right, so most people on the call today we've probably met or spoken to in the past, but there are a few from who've joined for the first time. They haven't been to a workshop of ours. So just want to do a quick intro for both of us. I'll hand over to Lucien first to introduce himself.
Sure. It's Lucien Govender. I'm the marketing catalyst here at 9 Pillars, and I basically help you with developing and implementing marketing strategies, whether they're online and offline. And our goal is to help get you more clients, basically.
Great. So Lucien's the one on the right of the slide. My name's Anil. I'm the business catalyst at 9 Pillars. Lucien and I are both directors of the company. My main focus, I suppose, is working with clients and businesses that already have plenty of work. They're growing and they need help better managing that growth, better structuring it, managing their team, and so on. All right. So that's the two of us, myself and Lucien, obviously both have very complementary focus for business. Now, just want to go through some quick problems that we see most clients have. Once again, I'll hand over to Lucien. He'll take you through these.
Thanks, Anil. So, one of the first problems, or a lot of problems that we see with a lot of businesses, is they don't have enough customers. Now, the reason they don't have enough customers is either they haven't got like a marketing plan in place, they just don't have a leads funnel where they're getting regular leads coming through. They just don't have enough. Basically people knocking on their doors or calling them. And so one of the things we obviously help you do is to fix this area up. But the other problems that we see is inconsistent cash flow. So without customers, or it makes it very hard to create consistent cash flow. But it doesn't necessarily mean getting new customers is always the answer. It could mean you've got enough customers in there, but maybe stock or a couple other areas of the business is impacting your cash flow.
Yeah, it could be things like financial management, managing your debtors process, even having the right margins for your product. So a whole range of things can affect cash flow. In addition to, as Lucien said, the lack of customers.
Yeah, definitely. And the third one is basically no plan or direction. As this image that we're sharing with you shows that there's literally people going in all different directions, and this is probably one of the most common problems we see with a lot of people. They don't have a 12-month plan or anything in place, and so they're off going, coming to work, doing things, but really not following a specific plan to help get them to their goals.
Yeah. And one thing we have with all of our clients is, as Lucien mentioned, a 12-month goals and even longer-term goals, but a 90-day plan. So all of the clients we work with have those goals set, but also a plan to follow for the next 3 months. So very, very important.
And so these problems basically result in your business getting a bit of a roller coaster ride. You're seeing some great high and peaks, and then there's some really lows down there. So whether it means you get really busy working, or you got a whole lot of leads and customers coming through in sales, and then all of a sudden you do the work, and it could be a week later you've got nothing in the pipeline, and then you're chasing work again, and you end up on this vicious circle, going round and round in circles and never getting off it, basically. So where we want you to be, create a flow of customers, so you got enough customers coming through, especially leads coming through the door, that you can, be in front of. The more we're in front of people, or, have opportunity to sell, great. Whether that's people coming to your website, or you're going out there, to, one-on-one meetings, it'll vary, but it's creating flow of customers. So you reduce the stress levels, basically, of your cash flow. And the other part is, creating a business where you're actually in the driver's seat, and you've got people around you who's helping you, complete certain tasks to help you get and reach your goals.
And in addition to having the right people around you, just making sure the business is structured well, you're feeling organised, in control, and it's just everything's running smoothly. That's obviously very important, to feel in control and directing the business.
Yeah, definitely. And the third thing is obviously just having a plan and direction. Again, we see so many businesses, even earlier this week, where they just don't have a plan in place, and so they're literally running around doing certain things but just no direction. And our goal is to provide that plan, that direction. So one is it comes down to accountability. So the activity that you're doing is actually helping you reach a specific goal, and if it isn't, then at least you can go about changing those activities around.
Yeah, and just to add to that, it's business is here to help us achieve something out of from our life or for our lives. A lot of the clients we work with have families. Even if they don't have families, they have personal goals and they want to do things outside of the business. And so it's important to know that the business is on track to help you achieve the personal goals, and that you're confident that by following a plan that you can actually, that you're progressing the business, it's improving, and it's going to lead to, that sense of freedom. And that leads us to that last slide. All of these things add together to give you that personal freedom. Making sure the business is well structured, you've got the flow of customers, it's well organized, you know it's heading in the right direction, and it's giving you the rewards, and both in terms of financial rewards, but also time to be able to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the some of the common problems we see businesses face. We meet businesses all the time. We've been working with businesses for many years. So there's some of the problems, and obviously the areas that we would like to help businesses with and to achieve. So that's why we've come together to build this program, and we're launching this program. So I'll just take you through some of the more specific reasons why we've gone down this group style program instead of just relying on one-on-one consulting. So firstly, we meet with a lot of businesses, that we've said, and they feel, they know there's help out there, or some of them may not, but even if they know there's help out there, a lot of it can be expensive, and they don't know, well, how can we actually afford to, to get some help? So one thing we'd like to just make more people aware of is, there are ways to overcome those obstacles, ways that we can help, ways that are affordable, and there's a plan and a structured approach to do that. Secondly, one of the big concerns I think that people have when they hear about group programs or this sort of style of, whether it's training or courses or programs, is how generic is it? Is it something that's really going to be relevant to my business? So the way we've structured this program is everyone gets a tailored, detailed plan that is specific to not just their business, but also their personal goals, and style. Everyone has a different way of doing things. Everyone's in a different industry. They also are at a different stage in business. So it's very important that there is a tailored approach that's specific to the needs of that business and that person. Next is accountability, as you can see from that slide. A lot of businesses we meet, they probably know what they want to do and what they should be doing, but they're not doing it. and a lot of people we've worked with in the past, they work with us because they want to be kept accountable. All right, so and we'll share some of our experiences soon, because we've done a similar. We've actually participated in a group program ourselves, and we'll take you through that. And we feel that accountability is a big part of it, and that is an area that some group style programs don't address, and we think it's very important. It's not just about you learning, but about you getting things done and making things happen and making progress. We also want to make sure you fast track your results. Both Lushen and I have, we've worked with a lot of businesses, a lot of different industries, a lot of different situations, and we'd like to bring that experience and share that experience with you. Sure, you can go and trial and error things, try different things, see what works, what doesn't, but it's expensive, it's time consuming, and there's no guarantee that you're actually going to achieve what you want. All right, so the reason for this program or for any of our services is to help you fast track the results that you get. Yeah,
it's to provide some more knowledge, some more skills to help you take to the next level, and our goal is to help you get to the next level quickly.
Yeah. Now, the other thing that's very important for us is to build a community of like-minded people. We know that a lot of business owners can feel isolated in their business, and we've run lots of workshops in the past and get people together regularly. And one of the things that people love is just knowing there are other people in the same situation, facing challenges, being willing to share ideas and help each other. So the community that we want to build is one that has the same values, that they want to support other business owners, they're happy to share what's happening in their business, but also then provide advice or ideas and that support to others. Okay, so very focused on that as part of the program. And related to that is really bringing people together so they can not just learn from us, but to learn from each other. And the feedback we get when we run our workshops, we encourage a lot of discussion, a lot of sharing, and the big benefit that a lot of the participants get is it's great to hear strategies, from other people in other businesses, other industries, and even when we have, our one-on-one clients attend group-style programs, they say, "Wow, this is even better than one-on-one," because not only are we learning from you guys, but we can learn from others and hear what's working for them. Okay, so that's obviously a very important part of the program. And lastly, and probably the main reason that we decided to put this program together and to launch it is we wanted to make it a way that people can get help with basically a guaranteed return, and it's basically a no-brainer that it's at a price point and it's structured with the services and the inclusions that it is such great value, and it's a no-brainer that something I want to be part of because I can see how it's going to help my business and automatically generate those returns and extra profits for me. Okay, so it's not just about more revenue, it is about obviously more profit. So what we mentioned a little bit earlier is that we've actually done a program like this ourselves. Both Lushen and I have been part of a group program with a consultant or someone who specializes in working with consultants and coaches. And so we've structured this program not based on that, but obviously learning from the benefits of that program, because both of us got so much out of that group program. Initially we thought, well, how can we achieve something in a group when it's when we're used to doing things one-on-one, but fantastic to hear what others are doing, get inspired by others. I think we both felt that we got so much out of that program. We wouldn't be doing things like webinars, video blogs, a whole range of things if we weren't immersed in that and seeing others doing things.
It certainly helped us fast track our learning as well in certain areas. And not only do we learn a lot, we actually found that other people who also have implemented those activities and what those results were, from what they implemented, and it got us, well, gave us confidence to go and do certain things in a different way and start implementing those activities. So the group part worked really well, and I think as Anil will start sharing right now, is there's certain areas that we really enjoyed, but we also felt there were certain areas that which could be done better, and this is what we've been able to, I guess, what we're wanting to achieve out of this program.
Yeah. And one of those things that we felt a group program, there's a risk where, the program we were part of, they basically waited for members to put up their hand and ask for help. And everyone gets so busy in their business that it's easier to attend the sessions and learn, but then not do. And then because people, the way this group program was structured that we were part of, if someone didn't put up their hand, then there was no help. Okay, and that's something we don't want to happen for our members and our clients, because if you're we want to be across your plans, your goals, and how you're progressing towards those. And if for whatever reason you're not making the progress that you want to make and that we feel that you should be making, we'll be the ones to initiate a discussion and contact. Okay, so it's not all about self-help; it's about us being proactive and helping you to achieve as well. Okay, so just that's something we've learned from our own experiences being part of group programs, and we want to fix that and make sure that you all get the results. All right, so that's all great background. It's all about the problems that businesses face because of those problems. Why we've put together this program. So how does it work? Okay, so as we said, it's all about speeding up growth, and there are some areas there up on the screen that we're going to cover in our in the different activities as part of the program, and we'll take you through those in a bit more detail. But generally speaking, it's all about helping you put in place strategies that are going to help you to generate more business. But then on the flip side, putting in place strategies and structures to help you cope with that, with that growth, and streamline the business, systemize it, make sure you understand all of the other fundamentals of running a business. Okay, so it's not just about generating new leads and new business. It's about making sure that the business is structured the right way and helping you to achieve your goals. So some of the areas that we've got up on there on the screen, you can see there's areas around traditional marketing, online marketing, how to control your time, how to understand your numbers, building partnerships with other businesses, leveraging others. So it could be your own team or other people outside of the business, using others and working with others to get more done, and things like systemizing and automating your business and so on. Okay, so there's some of the areas that we'll focus on.
And it's not limited just to those areas. If we feel like we need to expand further on certain topics, we will definitely add that to the agenda as well.
Yep. So the slide that's popped up here is really the summary of how what's included in the program. So we'll take you through this quickly. The first step is really getting that tailored plan for everyone. So that's where we have a one-on-one session. Both Lushen and I will meet with each client, and we'll spend a couple of hours to understand the business and really document those goals and put in place a plan for the 12 months, but especially for the coming 3 months. All right, that's the way, that's the format we use. It's refocusing every 3 months. So that's a one-on-one session. Then the monthly workshop, which is on the screen, the second point, is a group workshop where we come together for probably about 2 hours. Where we're currently shortlisting some venues, but it'll be in Parramatta. It's on the outskirts of Parramatta, where it's easy to get to, easy to park. And that workshop will basically be split into 2 main areas. The first part of the workshop will be more around the training aspect. So we'll actually run a training topic. So, for example, it could be building partnerships, how to go about building partnerships with other businesses. Okay, so that'll be run for about 45 minutes. Then the rest of the face-to-face monthly workshop will be reviewing your last month, what's worked, what hasn't, what have you learnt from it, sharing those ideas with the group, sharing how you've gone with your goals for the month. Okay, so as we mentioned, accountability is a big part of it. So we'll be capturing everyone's goals at every face-to-face meeting, and we'll be reviewing those at the next meeting. Okay, so it's a bit of accountability there. We'll also be brainstorming, any challenges people have, discussing those, and basically providing that advice and the strategies, and encouraging people to share those amongst the group. And then as part of every month, we'll be setting goals for the coming month. Okay, and we will capture those goals, we'll document them, so we have them on file for ourselves, and then we can also provide that accountability during the month. All right, so that's the monthly face-to-face group meeting. The second monthly activity we have is a Q&A call, which is in a very similar format to this webinar. It'll be an online meeting, so you can dial in from wherever you are. You can post questions, queries, challenges that you're having that you need help with. So it could be, for example, challenges with a team member, or you might want some advice around here's something I'm thinking of doing to attract more customers or to get in front of corporate customers. It could be around Facebook advertising. How do I go about this? How do I improve what I'm doing? So there's a whole range of things that you can submit for discussion, and then we will, both Lushen and I will obviously be able to provide that advice, but we'll also encourage others who take part in those calls to share what they're doing and to lend their experience as well. Okay, so that's a monthly online forum. Now on the second or the right-hand side of the page now on the screen, we also will have a mid-monthly accountability catch-up. All right, so this is where we'll touch base with you to, and it won't be one-on-one. It'll be probably some sort of an email catch-up or a phone call if needed, but generally it'll just be a touch base. Here are your goals, how are you going, report back and let us know how you're going, okay? If we find in those, at those catch-up times that people aren't progressing with their goals, then it'll flag us to get in touch with you and make sure that you're on track and if you need any help. All right, so those three, the monthly face-to-face workshops, the monthly online Q&A sessions, the accountability touch base, they're the monthly things that happen. As part of the program, as part of the membership, you also get to attend the quarterly growth days. That's where we get together all of our clients, not just group clients, but also one-on-one clients, to review their quarter, share ideas, review their long-term goals, and put a plan in place for the next 3 months. Okay.
We also have a guest speaker that comes along to the quarterly growth days. We had Richard Mineo last time. He runs a very successful business called Cult, and he shared his experience, in running $1 million companies and things like that. So
multi-million dollar companies.
Multi-million dollar companies. And it's very much about bringing in these keynote speakers to share their experiences, and at the same time you can you have access to them to ask them questions, on how they've reached their goals and things like that.
Yeah. So that happens once every 3 months, in addition to the normal monthly Catalyst group meeting as well. Now, in addition to that, there's a 7-module online course that we've recorded, and that covers a whole range of business areas. So it's a structured course where we have the first modules on mindset mastery, we have one on goal setting, time mastery, financial mastery, marketing, sales, team building, systems, and so on. Okay, so it's a 7-module course, all recorded access. It's restricted access to members with workbooks and handouts to work through and so on. Okay, so the next is we actually have a member site that we've developed, which has a whole lot of templates, webinar recordings, and as we do more and more recordings, we'll be adding them to there. Videos. So basically, it's something that you'll have access to help you. There's marketing templates. There's performance review templates for staff. There's a training matrix to use. There's a whole range of things, default diaries and time management templates, a whole range of things that you'll have access to. So that's what's included in the program. In addition to that, there is at a very discounted rate one-on-one support if needed. There's actually two specific products there we have. One's called a Silver Bullet, where it's a 15-minute short, sharp one-on-one session where we can just give you clarity, direction, and address any questions you might have and help you. And the other is a Gold Nugget, which is a 30-minute session where we can get into things in a bit more detail and help you out and support you where needed. Okay. And the last point there is what we call done for you services, where we can actually do the work for you. So that could be building a landing page, for example, setting up your AdWords campaign, and then training you how to do it. It could be documenting processes and systems. We've got a team that can come in and help you do that. So that's what we mean by the done for you services. And once again, it'll be at a discounted rate compared to what you'd normally pay. All right. So that's all part. That's there's a lot there you can see on that screen. But we really wanted to make sure there was that that great value that we spoke about. All right. So the next question you're probably having is, well, what does all this cost? And you probably have seen that on our website anyway. We've made that quite transparent. Now, up on the screen, I've shown you the different options. Before we start the monthly meetings, we have that initial strategy session. Okay, and as I said, that's where Lushen and I will sit with you for a couple of hours and map out the plan. Now, normally that's $750, but as you can see there on the screen, we've got a special price for the first 12 members of $450. Okay, that's really to obviously we want to get this off the ground, but we also want to reward people who are want to jump in and commit and really want to make things happen. Then we have the ongoing monthly sessions and all that's included, including the quarterly growth days and so on. And that's $450 a month instead of $750, or you have an option to pay upfront for 12 months at a substantial discount. As you can see that the annual option is only 10 times the monthly option, not 12 times. So once again, there's extra benefit of doing that. All right. So where to next? I suppose let's just open it up to questions. All right. So what I'd like to do is, if anyone has any questions, there's on your control panel there should be a hand you can pop up, and we'll unmute you and we can discuss questions. Alternatively, just type in your questions in the box, and we'll address those. Okay. All right. So
Peter just asked a question: is if I have a business partner, can I bring them along?
Yep. Yeah. So that's a good question, Peter. Yes, you can bring along business partners. At this stage, we're not down the track. We will be charging a small additional fee for business partners if they want to come regularly. But if you have someone in your team that wants to come along, at this stage, as part of the introduction, and the launch, two people from each business can come along. Or if you want to bring someone along for a particular topic that we're running, whether it's on online marketing, for example, because all of the events and all of the dates will be mapped out, and we'll send those to you, and so will the topics. Okay, so thanks for that question, Peter. Max has asked, is the mid-month accountability call one-on-one or over the phone? Okay, so Max, good question. It's not one-on-one. It's really a touch base. We do have someone in our team who will be following up on goals and whether or not you've achieved those goals. And if we feel there's a need to step in, then we'll give you a call and we'll be in touch to make sure that you're on track. Okay, so it's really a case-by-case basis there, Max. But suffice to say, we are very committed to making sure that people are achieving their goals, they're making progress in their business. But as you can appreciate, this is a group program, not a one-on-one service. So if you do need additional one-on-one help, we've introduced, there's two different options. We call them either our silver bullet or gold nugget. Okay, so a silver bullet is basically a 15-minute session where we can address, either clarify things or address things, provide advice in a short 15-minute session. And then we also have a gold nugget, which is a 30-minute session. Okay, so we can spend a bit more time. Now, those are at an additional cost, but it is at a discounted rate to what you'd normally pay for a one-on-one meeting with us. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, Max. Okay, so Joanne's asked if you pay the annual fee of $4.5, does it include the initial consultation? No, it doesn't, Joanne. That's the initial strategy session is on its own, and then the annual payment is really instead of the ongoing monthly payments. Marie's asked, is the monthly workshop one-on-one? Not quite sure what you mean by that, Marie, but it's a group. All of this, it's a group program. So
except for the strategy session.
Sorry, yes, yeah. The strategy session is a one-on-one, but the other parts of it, the monthly face-to-face meetings, they're groups. So this is a group program. It's a monthly group setting, and same with the Q&A sessions. People will all come in and we'll share ideas as a group. Yeah. And Marie's also asked another question. The 7-module online course, Marie, yes, is similar to the one that I conducted last year. It's a recording of that course, but we've updated all of the handouts so that there's some additional content, but it is effectively a recording of that 7-module online course that we ran last year, Marie. And okay, Joanne's asked another good question. What happens if you can't make a session? Will that be recorded and can we view it later? Yes, you can. So all of the sessions that we'll run, we'll be recording all of the training, and we'll be recording the Q&A as well, and that will all go up on the members site. So if you do miss a session, it'll all be there for you. You can skip to whatever part of the monthly workshop, the face-to-face workshop that we held, but also the Q&A. All of the online Q&A sessions will be recorded. They'll probably run for more like about an hour, I'd say, but they'll all be on the members site, and you'll be able to access all of those recordings. Okay, so Max has asked a good question. When are we starting? So these sessions will be held. The face-to-face sessions will be held the last Thursday of every month. Okay. So just for your records, the first one will be on the 21st of May, and we'll be sending out some information about that soon. Okay, so normally it'd be the 28th, but we already had an event lined up for the 28th, so it'll be the 21st of May, and then and then the last Thursday of every month. Now the only exception to that is if there's school holidays on the last Thursday of the month, it'll be the Thursday before. Okay, so we're not going to hold these during school holidays because we know people want to take time off, and we want to encourage you to take time off.
That's right.
And spend time with the family. Joanne's asked about the strategy session. What do we need to bring? So as part of the strategy session, we actually have a questionnaire that we send out to get people to have a think about their business, have a think about their goals, and we'll definitely be letting you know, apart from filling out that questionnaire, there'll be financial information if that's something that, me as an accountant, I like to look at numbers, and so there'll be a list of things that we'll send you. It will depend on your business as well. So some businesses, let's say you have a sales team and you've already got sales reports and KPIs, we'll ask you to bring along that. So whatever you bring will be dependent on your particular business and your needs, and we'll be able to clarify that on a call before we have the strategy session. before we wrap up, any other questions? We've kept it to about half an hour, which is the plan. Okay, so I'll take you through. So I appreciate those questions. The next is, if you do want to go ahead, and as we said, there's been a few people who've already signed up, and a few others who've put their hands up and want to know more. So the next step is we actually have an application form that we can send you, and that's not to make it difficult, obviously, to become a member, but it's been a good process for people to have a think about what they are expecting to get out of their program, what they want to achieve in their business, and it's really more for us to understand what your needs are and to make sure this is going to be a good fit for your business, and also to make sure that we include people who are happy to work with others and share and are going to be a good fit for the group, because I think it's important. We want to make sure that people that we get together for the monthly sessions, especially the face-to-face sessions, are all supportive and willing to share and support each other as well. Okay, so that'll be the next step. If you do want a copy of that application form, happy to send that through to you. Okay, so just checking if there's any other questions that have come up. Okay, so we've got a couple of people who are keen to go ahead, which is great. So I'll send that off to you, Marie. We'll be in touch soon. And if there are any other questions, just shoot us an email. You've got our details. Happy to send you some more information, or even have a chat over the phone if you have more specific questions. But in the meantime, just like to say from both of us,
thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. We know everyone's busy, especially after all the rain and potential hassles that's caused. So thanks a lot. And have a fantastic day. We'll speak to you all soon. All right. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye.